Hey there, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs are trying to bring in business with LinkedIn, and I'm sure you're probably one of them. And so what I thought I'd do is give you a few tips and strategies on how to do it right. Because what I find is that unfortunately a lot of people are making some crazy mistakes when it comes to LinkedIn. So here's a few tips on how to do it correctly. First of all, what you want to do is you want to make sure that your profile is SEO optimized. You know, when it comes to our own websites, we know that we have to put in words that allow people who are searching for our business to find us. But when it comes to our LinkedIn profile, so often people don't do that, and it's crazy. So what do I mean by SEO optimized? Well, let's say that you're a home loans consultant, or let's say you're an architect, or let's say that your expertise is landscape gardening. Well, those kind of terms should be liberally sprinkled throughout your profile so that someone searching for that can find it. Now that's an obvious thing when it comes to websites. We always know that. But take a look at most people's LinkedIn profile. It's not SEO optimized, but LinkedIn works in exactly the same way. So if you want people to find you, you need to put those expressions all the way throughout your profile. Next up, if you send out a connection request and someone accepts that request, then you should send a thank you message. Now, once again, most people don't do this, but A, it's classy and polite, and so therefore it makes an impression. And second of all, it begins to build relationship. You might say, hey, I really appreciate you accepting me. Here's some information that I think could help you. Note that I'm not trying to sell straight away. I'm just trying to say thank you and maybe move the conversation along. You might also comment on some aspect of their company at that point, or something that they themselves wrote on LinkedIn at that point, just as a conversation starter, just to make them notice you more. Never to sell first off. So many people make that mistake. And then finally, take time to build trust before you reach out for the sales message. You know, just take a few weeks to send them interesting articles or checklists or information to their advantage. And then later on, reach out and see if you can have a conversation with them. Just resist the urge to do it straight away. You'll gain trust, you'll gain respect, and they'll be much more receptive to that moment when you try and move the sale forward. I hope you found that really useful.